Hey, everybody. JMTV show number 77. Does that work? Hey, everybody. JMTV show number 77. So you may be wondering why I took 2 weeks off. And you may think, oh, it's because you were in Colorado having a great time at Ross's wedding, DJing Ross's wedding. And I was doing that. But the first week, I keep a boat down at Norwalk Boat Club. And the little tiny Norwalk River that you may never have heard of because it's just a brook. The little brook was a class 5 rapids going 25 or more miles an hour seriously through the boat club right where my boat was. And I got a call at 1 o'clock in the morning that Hurricane Ida, this is Wednesday night, that Hurricane Ida had dumped so much rain that not only the boat, but the entire dock the boat was attached to had ripped free and had sailed across the marina and was snagged in part of the docks on the other side. And so I spent an all-nighter down there just trying to figure out if that boat was going to sink or whether the marina was going to sink or what was going to happen. It all sorted itself out. But in the meantime, I did not have it in me to do JMTV that night. And then I left for Colorado and had a wonderful time. So now I'm back and I'm sunburned. Am I still burned? A little bit. I'm sunburned, suntanned, and back from Colorado and happy. And there's Bill Mollman.
Tough to top that story. It's.
I'm telling you, it was like I did not want to cancel JMTV, but I did not sleep. In Pennsylvania at 1 a.m. on Wednesday night last week or 2 weeks ago, I got a phone call from my buddy George down at the marina. He's like, and of course his phone was like the torrential rain. I couldn't make out what he was saying, and I'm hearing, we're sinking, water. I'm like, oh my God, right? So I drove 2 hours in the rain, in that torrential rain, in the jam van, and then ran through a puddle, almost lost the van. Like I drove through this giant puddle, like half a foot, a foot deep. And anyway, so I've been dealing with all that. It all had a happy ending. Like nothing got broken. And at the end of the day, it worked out good. But it was a bad couple of days.
Well, I will say this. You look kind of rested. I will say
I'm
that.
Rested.
I'm
rested.
The tan never hurts. Like the tan. But I will say this, that, because I work down at Bailey Beach in Rowayton, right? I am the hair director of Bailey Beach, and Ida was the third flood in the pavilion that we have there, which goes through like the little snack bar. There's a garage, the other things. But Ida dumped 7.5 inches of water.
Crazy.
And the one before it, which, and it's ironically, I was in Maine for Ida.
Right.
And for Henri, I was in Lake George. So pretty much if I leave town, shit happens, So
that's it.
But the beauty is I'm not here to clean it up, but it happens, But the one before was like, 6 inches. And I was like, God, that's a lot. And that was in one Friday afternoon, basically. And Ida was worse. Crazy.
Right. It was terrible. So what happened at the beach?
It's just flooding, and it's flooding. It's not storm surge. It's literally rain. There's no way for anything to drain there. The water table is so high that, and any attempts to drain man-made drains, nah, it's not happening.
Right, right.
Stuff gets, pipes get full of sand, and they get, it's what do you kids call it? A clusterfuck, And it's,
oh my God, it was so bad. It was like I went down, that marina down there. You go to the boat club. It's like it's flat as glass, and it's quiet, and it's safe, and it's protected. And literally, that river was probably 6 feet higher than normal. Of course, the docks flowed up, but the force of the water was hitting the boats and coming over the transoms and going into the boats.
Well, there was in Rowayton, there were like 3-foot waves. And, to those who have watched the documentary, The 100-Foot Wave, it may not seem like a lot, but 3-foot waves in the Long Island Sound, that's about as big as it gets. And I mean, it's all just rain. You probably didn't see this because you were out of town, but there was a video going around from whatever the supermarket is in Goodwives Plaza in Darien.
Right.
It was flooded, and in Goodwives Plaza there was like this much, water.
I saw that. I did see that.
Captain Crunch had finally set sail. He was like moving down the aisles. Clean up in aisle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It was really bad. Everybody's basements got flooded and all that. But I've had boating disasters, and this one sounded like, oh my God, not another one, not another boating disaster. But it all worked out okay, and what can I say? But, by the way, for your benefit and also for the benefit of our viewers, on Sunday coming up, we are doing a musical tribute for Mike Baumwall at the Norwalk Boat Club. And there's going to be a lot of good musicians. Holly's going to perform, and Winston. We have a lot of the players that played in the collaborations that we did with Mike. Rocksteady Collective is going to play a version of Infinity Edge. The reggae band that he was with is going to play. We got a lot of stuff going. If you want to come by, bring your guitar and come hang out. That would be great. Sunday.
I would love to. I am unfortunately attending a memorial celebration for a friend of mine who passed away. And in COVID times, Sunday is when it lands. And,
right.
Somebody I knew from 5th grade.
No, I'm very sorry to hear that. But we're going from 3 to 7, or 3 to 6:30, I guess. So for anybody who wants to come down, this
Sounds
is an
great.
open event, and if you can, I would love to see him. What are you going to do for us today?
I'm going to do some songs.
Okay.
All right. I'll send this one out to young Ed Train, who seems to spend a lot of time in this state. It's a Stephen Stills song that he was in a great band called Manassas. It was after Crosby, Stills and Nash and Young, and I don't know if it was better than Crosby, Stills and Nash, but I think it was better than Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, which I wasn't as big a fan of. I am a man, I live alone, don't much bother me, it won't be long. Come a woman who wants to be near me, and my mountains will be right here. Colorado, way back east, in the dirt and the smog and the floods, courted a woman. She had a job, didn't want to leave her adopted home. Guess she was afraid of being alone in Colorado. So way out yonder in Tinsel Land, look around hard, you might find a real man. Dark-eyed country girl, tears in her eye, needs the music of the wind in the pine. Colorado, many a times that I've gone astray, things I'm thinking I seldom say. Guess I'm waiting for that special girl, the one who loves me and loves my world. Colorado, Colorado. Ironically, I met Stephen Stills once out in Colorado, and he was a complete dick. But I'm sure that I just caught him on a bad day. And this song I'm sending out to Richard Keith. Richard Keith, who we both mentioned online that we like this song, and I will do my best not to completely pooch it. This is a little song by Richard Thompson called Bee Swing. I was 19, I came to town. They call it the summer of love. With burning babies, burning flags, the rebukes against the doves. I took a job in stealing trade down on Caltrim Street. Fell in love with a laundry girl, was working next to me. She was a rare thing, fine as a bee's wing, so fine a breath of wind might blow her away. She was a lost child, she was running wild. She said, as long as there's no price on love, I'll stay. And you wouldn't want me any other way. Ran a zigzag across her face, a look of half surprise. Like a fox caught in the headlights, there was animal in her eyes. She said, young man, can't you see I'm not the factory kind? You don't take me out of here, I'll surely lose my mind. And you're a thing, fine as a bee's wing, so fine that I might crush her where she lay. She was a lost child, she was running wild. She said, as long as there's no price on love, I'll stay. And you wouldn't want me any other way. We busked around market towns, picked fruit down in Kent, could tinker knives and pots wherever we went. I said to her, we'll settle down, get a few acres dug, a fire burning in the house and babies on the rug. She said, oh man, you foolish man, that surely sounds like hell. You might be lord of half the world, you're not on me as well. She was a rare thing, fine as a bee's wing, so fine a breath of wind might blow her away. She was a lost child, she was running wild. Said, as long as there's no price on love, I'll stay. And you wouldn't want me any other way. We was camping down in Gower one time. The work was mighty good. She thought we shouldn't wait for the frost. I thought maybe we should. We were drinking more in those days. Our tempers reached a pitch, and like a fool I'd let her run with a rambling itch. That last I heard, she was living rough down on the Derby beat. White horse in her hip pocket, a wolfhound at her feet. They say that she even married once to a man called Roland E. Brown, but even a gypsy caravan was too much like settling down. They say her oats is faded, hard weather and hard booze. Maybe that's just the price you pay for the change that you refuse. She was a rare thing, fine as a bee's wing. I miss her more than words could ever say. If I could just taste all of her wildest now, if I could hold her in my arms today, I wouldn't want her any other way. it's a little kind of magical-y kind of thing.
Speaking of magical, Randy Stone.
I'm so breaking. I'm breaking with tradition because I always my family knows. So like when it's jam night and I come on this show at like 7:15, I'm scooping food in my mouth and walking away from the table with a full glass of wine because I never want to miss Bill Nolan.
There you go.
And I'm never on with Bill Nolan. And so I thought I would finally come out tonight and say just how much I love hearing your shit every week, Bill. It's really good.
You're too kind, and thank you so much.
That's it. You can boot me now till 9 o'clock, and I'll come back on. But I'm never on with this guy.
Yeah, no, that's really true. And look, you got Ray Simonelli. Oh, he's sitting on his mic. I'm turning him up. So
did he get a hair transplant? No, I'm sorry. It was.
Let me see. There's Ray Simonelli. How you doing, man?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Hey, Ray.
I turned you on when you were fixing the camera. You were like, "Hello, how are you?"
Yeah. Eyeball close up.
You guys with the good follicles. I would never make that move, even for a cheap, quick laugh.
It may be gray, but I'm glad I have hair.
Oh,
I go to my barber. He's Greek. He's the same age as me. I've been going to him literally for like over 30 years. He's cutting my hair down. He's like, "Look at this fucking hair, you son of a bitch. Look at that fucking hair you have, you fucking son of." Because he went for the hair plugs and like, oh. It did. That was 30 years ago. Like, oh, it doesn't look like,
This is why we don't let Randy come on in the acoustic hour.
All right. I'll bail. I'll come back on later.
No.
Stick around. Bill's going to do a couple more, and then Ray's going to play. Stick around. Everybody stick around.
Excellent.
There you go, Bill.
I'll try to shut them
Oh, let's see. Let's do something. Well, I'm here out of love. I wish I could stay. I know you heartache. You stand in my way. There's no use in wishing, 'cause I ain't satisfied. I'm fit to be misfit when you're on my side. Oh, heartache, find another place to be. I'm tired of being your best friend. Look to another for your companion, and when you do, my pain will end. There's nowhere at all. I'm feeling no pain. My body is sickly. My mind is insane. I call on you, heartache, to come show me how. I can't get no lower than this hole I'm in now. Oh, heartache, find another place to be. I'm tired of being your best friend. Look to another for your companion, and when you do, my pain will end. Hello, Pinky, come on now. That was a song by Lowell George.
That was great.
Thank you.
That was nice.
And I could take the easy way out, or I could try something. Well, I go easy,
Don't go
By
easy.
9 o'clock,
Hard.
this will all be forgotten. And
To
you know
quote
what happens,
Pete-
Randy, is like you eat before, I eat after. So,
Oh, okay.
so I think people think like I'm antisocial or something. No, it's just I get
hungry.
hungry.
Quick
Yeah.
buy. I got some
watched it
ahi tuna on the grill.
Yeah.
I think people think I'm like this all the time, but I've already got like 2 glasses of wine in me by the time I come on.
Oh, you're like that all the time, don't you? Have 2 glasses of wine in you all the time.
Why, how dare you? Yes.
Okay, this is a James Taylor song that I went to some political fundraiser in New Haven a long time ago, and he played this thing. I'd never heard him play, and he played it, and it's a beautiful song. Great, he's such a great lyricist and a great guitarist too. But it's it's sort of about being an anachronism, and I think for some of us, some of the people, I see gray hair. There's a chance that somebody at some point in their life felt like an anachronism. I know Ed. You don't have any. Okay, that's fine. But you see the beard, it's gray. If you see the beard, the hair's next. I'm just telling you that. That's what's happened. But it's an interesting, and it was based on it was such a great idea. It was based on them discovering a guy frozen in the ice. That was true. The guy wasn't alive, but James Taylor did a take on him where he's alive. So, it's sort of, and the name of the thing is The Frozen Man. I just thought it's a tremendous analogy or simile, or no, it's analogy, right? I don't know.
It's a pun.
English major, The last thing I remember was freezing cold. Water rushing up just to swallow me whole. Ice in the rigging and a howling wind. Shock to my body as we tumbled in. My brothers and the others were lost at sea. I alone have returned to tell thee, hidden in ice for a century, to walk the world again. Lord, have mercy on a frozen man. Like words that were spoken to me. Nurse asked me what my name might be. She was all in white at the foot of my bed. Said, angel of mercy, am I alive or am I dead? My name is William James McPhee. I was born in 1843. Raised in Liverpool by the sea. But that ain't who I am. Lord, have mercy on a frozen man. It took a lot of money to stock my heart, to peg my leg and buy my eye. Newspaper caught me state of the art. And the children, when they see me, cried. I thought it'd be nice just to visit my grave. See what kind of tombstone I might have. Saw my wife and my daughter and it seemed so strange. Both of them dead and gone from extreme old age. See here when you die, make sure you're gone. Don't give them nothing to work on. Well, you can raise your arm, you can wiggle your head. You can say goodbye to the frozen man. I know what it means to freeze to death, to lose a little life with every breath, to say goodbye to life on earth, to come around again. Have mercy on a frozen man. Lord, have mercy on a frozen man. Lord, have mercy on a frozen man. Ow!
great.
wow.
That's great.
Thank you.
I never heard that one.
It's such a fun idea. It's such a it's a brilliant idea. You know, when I'm dead, make sure I'm gone. Don't give them nothing to work on. I love that.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Yeah, good stuff. Excellent, Bill Noman.
Thank you. And you know, I still feel like we still have continuity here. You know,
we do. Yeah, I had to take 2 weeks off, but I'm glad to see you guys back. I'm glad to see we're back on. And you know, I don't know what you guys think, but I can't see much live music continuing in the winter. And I think we're all going to start winding down. I have bands that I play with, and we've had conversations about, okay, we got a gig offer, and the bands are like, at least one or two of the guys are like, sorry, I can't play inside. I won't do it. And they've had shots, you know, like I've had shots. And they're like, no, I don't want to do it. Don't want to take the chance. So I don't know if it's going to be happening this winter out in the real world. What do you guys think?
I think there's some people, you know, I know Crispin, you know, Crispin has a lot of really, really high-end wedding action, you know, like big ass weddings with big ass money, and they send people. And, you know, they're doing a lot of stuff with plexi barriers, you know, they're doing a lot of that stuff really, you know, it's almost like a studio environment in a live environment. And, you know, you got that, you got the vaccinations, but I think you're right. And I just, you know, I was thinking today that the Delta thing is kind of like the second child syndrome. You know, like the first child syndrome, everything's, oh my God, look, they're breathing funny. Should I call the doctor? Should I do this? By the time you have the second go around of the vaccine, it's like, you know, the first one didn't kill me. What the hell? The second one isn't, you know, it's just like.
He'll be fine. Yeah, right.
Don't worry. It's just.
But you know where I thought you were going with that? I thought you were going to say that the first time they tell you to stay home, you're like, oh my God, what do you mean stay home? You mean I won't be able to play live? And the second time, you're like, whatever, lock up, you know, lock the door behind me, you know, I'll see you in the spring.
You know, it's like when in the first go around, you hit the 600,000 people passing, you know, it's going to slow down to some extent, you know, so it seems, well, it's not as bad. No, it was only 30,000 yesterday, you know, and you're just like, really? We've gotten a little blasé, haven't we? You know?
Right.
Yes, as people totally ignore, all of us, I'm assuming, are vaxxed. And lots of people like us are getting fucking breakthrough cases, which don't require, you know, ventilators, but can fuck us up for like months.
I still don't want it. Want it.
Totally, exactly.
Yeah.
It's the, you know, it's like Bud Light. It's COVID Light. Well, I'm fucking COVID Light. Thank you.
And strangely, I prefer Bud to Bud Light, so that's even weirder.
But Ed, I'm with you. I have some. I've been so lucky. I've had a shitload of gigs. They've all been outside.
We all hate you. I know. You've had like 40 gigs this summer. I know.
Fun. They've all been fun as fuck. I'm so spoiled. And now I took one reflexively recently. I was like, wait a minute. I didn't even ask if that was outside. I have to now check. And a band that three of the four people on this screen are very familiar with. Well, you know, if there's something maybe in October they want to do for a benefit.
Yeah.
And I don't
supply. No.
I don't know that everybody's on board with that for being inside.
So let me ask you this directly. Yeah. Are you on board?
I don't know.
I'm
watching. I will watch the numbers, and I want to look at frankly, I would play brinksmanship till the last minute, meaning if the weather's decent and they can open up the front door and the back door and get a fan going and have some good ventilation and the numbers are good, I'd probably be open to it. Right now, I don't know.
I remember a year ago, you know, it was really as everything is, it's about the weather kind of, you know, and a year ago, I just remember, you know, I was playing into November. I was playing until you couldn't really play anymore outside, you know, and, you know, I was okay with it just because, you know, there are heaters or space heaters and that kind of stuff. But
I don't know about all that. I don't know about playing in the plexiglass tent or whatever.
I remember playing with Ray and Billy in November, and I was wearing fingerless gloves, and my fingers were fucking cold.
All right, look,
and it was playing, so I was happy. But Ray, you remember this?
I do, yeah.
I will tell you what I remember. I remember I did I think it was a Friday, Saturday. I did a Friday gig, and it was outdoors, and it was beautiful. It was in May. This was in May, and it was 72 degrees, and the sun was shining. I was like, we're back. Yeah, baby. And the next day, I did the Italian Center in Stanford with Soul Daddy, and it was 50 and pouring rain.
That's not good.
We were in a tent, and the water was flowing through, and it was blowing, and it was 50, and we had to play like 3 hours. Into the third hour, our hands were it was like like frozen.
Were there any people? Were you playing to an audience?
First of all, it was opening of their pool, right? So it wasn't even at the pool. It was like a disaster. They set up a tent in a parking lot. Oh God, it was so bad. So it was pretty cold, and they arrived, and they're all bundled up, and they got right out of their cars, and they got there just on time and whatever. And then they started drinking. So like an hour later, they were all like a little too pickled to feel how freezing they were, and we were like,
and I'm picturing like little kids with those round floaties around them, right? Wanting to go into the pool.
It was like one of the worst gigs. And then finally, and you know what happens? The event organizer comes up and whispers something to the lead singer, and she's saying, "Could you do an extra half an hour?" And she was like, "You guys look like you're about to die, so why don't we call this?" And we called it a little early, but. I fear that, if you start taking gigs at the end of October, I remember I did a gig at the end of October several years ago, and it snowed. We got 6 inches of snow during the gig. Yeah. So,
I mean, doesn't it feel kind of like with the conditions as they are today, wind the clock back a year, wasn't this the kind of conditions more or less that shut everything down, kind of?
Yeah.
I mean, there's enough cases, maybe not as many, but it seems like it's more similar.
Well, except there was no vaccine.
There was no vaccine. Now we got the vaccine. So, but like I talked to school, I did some teaching in the Bridgeport school system, and I talked to them, and I said, so what's going to happen? Are you going to like shut it down? Like if the numbers hit a certain threshold and we get to November 1st, is it going to go back to distance learning? And they go, we have no contingency plan. We're doing it in person this year. That's it.
I mean, they shut down Norwalk High School last week. They had a COVID outbreak.
Wow.
And they shut it down.
With COVID.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's open again.
Yes, I think it was only one day. They were just trying to make a bridge between the Jewish holidays, Labor Day, so there is no school. Yeah.
But I think that the attitude of many institutions, businesses, government, schools is we're gonna bite our or grit our teeth. That's it. Yeah. We're gonna grit our teeth, and we're gonna get through this no matter what. So I don't know.
And there's some evidence to support that. Were it not for the Delta variant, and now I don't even want to bring it up, but if we Googled the Mu variant, we're heading up the Greek alphabet. MU, the Mu variant.
Mu, really? There's an emu variant?
Mu.
This is the Mu cord.
It's emu to me. It's emu. It's funnier.
I know. No, that's Liberty Mutual with Doug and Emu, the emu.
So are you serious? There really
I'm
is
serious as all fuck. And so there's no panic button, but there are many scientists who are saying what I complained about many months ago on Facebook and this show, that it might be figuring out how to evade the fucking vaccine.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. The thing again, if any of the best practices were embraced by our full populace,
yes,
some of this would be playing a lot different, and honest to God, like the fact that we're still having the discussions that we're having, it's just, to me, there's, you look at freaking New Zealand, one person in New Zealand got it. They shut down the country.
I love that chick. That chick, Jacinda, who is their prime minister, whatever she is. Right. She's fantastic. She is no bullshit. She's like 36 with 2 kids and was going through all this on an earthquake in Christchurch that killed all these people. She is one of my favorite world leaders. She takes no shit.
Question. And I mean, it's zero tolerance. Everybody's pulling the boat with the same oars in the same direction.
Like when we wanted to eradicate polio.
Which
we can't do that now. Bring back polio. Polio, come on back. We miss you.
Bring it back.
You know what? Maybe they should just do it with polio. They put the vaccine in elementary schools in sugar cubes. And it was like,
right.
I was like, I don't care if there's dog shit in that. I'll eat it. It's in a sugar cube. Sounds good, whatever. And gee,
smells funny, but okay.
When was the last time you had mumps or measles?
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah,
just
my cheeks hurt right now because I'm laughing so much. So I feel like I have lumps, you know. Oh
Ray,
my
what
God,
are you
Bill
taking?
Wilbur.
Ray, are you going indoor? Are you doing indoor gigs?
Well, the Black Duck. I'm inside.
Yeah, I did that a few weeks ago. Wendy called me for last week. I couldn't do it, but the
Yeah.
windows are still open. Like
Yeah.
the window. Wendy is physically standing outside on the deck with like a light string around her. You know, with like a "Don't touch me" light string around her.
Yeah.
And then the band's inside. The windows are open on each side, and it's pretty well ventilated. And it was warm, so I was comfy doing that. But if they shut that place up, that's like a petri dish in there.
I think it's just a matter of time before the venues say, "Oh, sorry, we can't do this anymore."
Yeah, I mean, the only inside one I have, I think, was the Horseshoe. I don't think I've had any other ones that were inside.
Oh, right, the Horseshoe. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only one I've done.
Well, we're gonna see what happens. I've got
Oh,
my
yeah, the Horseshoe
finger
and
on
the
the
Duck.
pulse.
Honestly, like if those are the poster
Litmus.
boys for best practices, that's bad.
Exactly. They're the canary in the coal mine.
Let's see.
Oh, the Duck.
Well, the difference is like, and I was explaining this to Wendy because she was surprised when she got to the Duck. Nobody's wearing masks. I said, well, all of the towns that added back a mask mandate. If you go to the library, if you go to the convenience stores, if you go to the laundry, everybody is following the rules. When it comes to the restaurants, the restaurants put up the sign, but they don't police it. People could do whatever they want.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, that's
Well,
it's
a lot
just
of things with the
restaurants, you know,
restaurants-
they need the business, you know.
You need the masks to go to your table.
Yeah.
And the staff
Well, you're
wears
supposed to,
masks.
but they don't
But
even
once
do that.
you're at
now.
your table,
I mean, the
theoretically,
staff at the restaurants have to wear masks.
Right.
But the
I
people-
noticed that. That's true, Ray. At the Duck, all the staff, everybody behind the bar were
Right,
wearing masks, but everybody else had a couple of drinks in them, and it's like mask schmask. You know.
because they
Well,
don't
on the
want to
airplane-
police it. They don't have time for that.
Oh
shit.
yeah,
right.
you've
They can't
flown,
police
man.
it.
You've flown. What's
Well,
that?
so
like?
I was on the airplane to Colorado, and what I noticed was they were, first of all, they're reading off. They threaten you now. They don't care that you're a customer. They're like, and you'll never be able to fly with American Airlines ever again. Like you're like, okay, I'm wearing a
Good.
mask, right?
Good.
So, but on the airplane, they there was a caveat. They said, so everybody's listening. They're like, yes, we will wear the mask in the airport. We don't want to go to jail. We won't do this, right? Like they're threatening you left, right, center. And then they go, but you can take your mask down to drink or between bites. You can lift your mask so
Wow.
you can eat. So you know what most people did? They just like continuously ate
Yeah,
and
right.
drank the whole flight. The mask
Yeah.
was down here, and they're like
Exactly.
continuously eating and
I would
drinking.
do
Keep
that. I
ordering
would-
drinks.
Keep ordering drinks. Exactly.
one thing's for sure, they're not giving you any food on the plane. So they must-
Pretzels. I got pretzels.
That's a lot of peanuts and pretzels, right?
That's American Airlines. That's good. They give you pretzels. So they're not Spirit Airlines where you get nothing.
Oh,
you know?
God.
I'm going to
that was-
Utah next month. I'm flying out to Utah, you know, to do my testosterone trip to see my son because I don't get a chance to see him, you know, like ever. So it's football games, you know, like tailgating, all this stuff.
Nice.
But I, you know, to me, like the planes, I feel like the planes have been from the beginning one of the best places. I felt more safe in planes. I'm watching stewardesses cleaning the bathrooms during flights. You know,
Yeah.
they've developed all these air purifiers that maybe they should have had a long time ago, but
Yep.
you know, forget COVID, but they should have just had it anyway, you know.
No, actually, airplanes have had it. You know, I was in the airplane business, so I know a lot
Yeah.
about how that works. And airplanes, by virtue of how the air filtration system works, are actually pretty clean. You know,
Right.
the unless you're sitting with no mask next to like somebody who has the flu, and they're like, "How you doing?" You know, then-
Which
then
I
you're
used to
gonna
do
get
all
it.
the time. No, the worst part about traveling must be trying to get food at the food court at an airport. It's got to be like, you know, that's when you run into the My Precious Freedoms gang, and you know,
Yeah, no, the federal government and the FAA have been very draconian, but they're like, you know what? If you don't wear a mask in the terminal, we're watching you and we're going to jump on you. Like
good.
it's
good.
not optional.
okay with
There's
that.
nothing optional.
Well, you know what? The nation needs transportation, and these businesses have to survive. They have employees, they have shareholders. Like, fuck you and your precious freedoms. we got like several $1 billion of corporate equity to protect here.
Right, we got to sell Ed Train a $13 turkey sandwich.
Poor little Poopsie doesn't want to put a mask on his precious face.
It's the people. The people that are basically wrapping themselves in flags and rights and liberties and all this stuff. George Washington mandated smallpox vaccines. They weren't really vaccines at the time, but he mandated that.
Wait, what were they? I heard that recently. I'm like, wait a minute.
The father of our country.
Did they have vaccines in the 1700s? When did that start?
It's like this, like
it's like a snort of it. All right, now you're vaccinated. All right.
They were giving vaccines like before 1945. I didn't
don't
know
that they called them vaccines. I'm not sure what they called them, but
what was in it?
It was to combat
alcohol.
Smallpox. The smallpox thing, it backfired on them. They gave it to the Indians, and then it came back, and actually they caught it too. That was the bad thing.
No, but seriously, who was developing? Can you imagine what those shots were made of? Like, I can't even imagine. Like, it's 1642, and you're like, I'll take that shot. Sure, that guy knows how to make it.
I'm sorry. When was the hypodermic needle developed? And that whole concept.
I thought it was World War II.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
They left a pretty big scar. I know that.
All right. So Ray Simonelli, play a song or two quick. I realized I looked at the clock. You got to get going. Play.
Yeah, I'm on limited time here.
All right, go for it, Ray. It was a great conversation. Take it away, Ray.
You, Bill. Nolan.
See you, Ray. Razor.
If the sun refused to shine, I will still be loving you. When the mountains go to the sea, it will still be you and me. Kind woman, I'll give you my all. Kind woman, nothing more. A little drops of rain, whispers of the pain, love's in love and then the tears go by. My love is strong, with you there is no wrong. Together we can go on till we die. Inspiration's what you are to me. Inspiration, look, see. So today, my world is smile. Our hand reach out, we walk the miles. Thanks to you, it will be done. You and me are the only one. Happiness, no more be sad. Happiness, I'm glad. If the sun refused to shine, I will still be loving you. When the mountains roll to the sea, it will still be you and me.
Nice.
Little Led Zeppelin. Why not?
Very nice. That was great. All right. I know you're in a hurry. That's why I like cut this guy out, because he's like messes up the show. No. So I wanted you to do another
I got about 7 or 8 minutes.
Oh, you're good. All right.
I'm good, yeah.
In that case.
Who's that? Hey, David Lindsay. All
we
right.
get to watch Dave Lindsay eating his prime rib dinner and let Randy Stone loose on the, let the release
Randy's
the crack
got his
in.
wine.
How you doing, Dave?
What's up, kids? How's it going?
No, not much. I want to hear all about your event that you're doing on Sunday. But Ray has got someplace to be, so let him do another song.
Okay.
And then
Absolutely.
we'll chat about it after, so he can catch his ride over to his gig.
All right. Well, I'm just going to do that Bob Seger song that Billy Foster stole from me. I never get to do it, so. But I will say he asked for permission. He came to me one day, a long time ago. He goes, Ray, you know that song that you sing by Bob Seger? Yeah. He said, man, I love that song. He said, do you mind if I do it? Go for it.
Who, Foster?
Yeah, he's been doing it ever since. So now the challenge is me remembering the words, because I don't do it regularly
There you
anymore.
go. Yeah, I
We'll
miss
see.
it.
We'll see.
Oh, I found my accordion, by the way. Anyway.
Dark and lonesome highway east of Omaha, you can hear the engine knowing that is one note song. You can think about the woman or the girl you knew now before. But then your thoughts start wandering like they always do. When you're driving 16 hours, nothing much to do. You don't feel much like driving, you wish the trip was through. Here I am, on road again. Here I am, up on stage. There I go, playing the star. I walk into a restaurant, strung off the road. The call, you pretend it don't bother you. I just want to explode. Sometimes you can hear him talk, but other time you can't. It's the same old cliche. Is that a woman or a man? You always feel outnumbered. You dare not take a stand. Well, here I am, on the road again. Here I am, up on stage. There I go, playing the star again. Here I go to play. Well, out there in the spotlight, you're a million miles away. Every ounce of energy you have to give away. The sweat pours out your body like the music that you play. Later in the evening, when you lie awake in bed, the echoes from the amplifier head. Here I am on the road again. Here I am up on the stage. There I go, playing the star again. There I go, turn the page. Well, there I am on the road again. There I am up on the stage. There I go, playing the star again. There I go, there I go.
Yeah, I like it.
All right.
Very different take from the other guy.
Yeah, my headphones actually cut out during the last part of that last verse. I said, I hope I'm still live.
Yeah. You were a little
I guess it
crazy.
worked, right?
You should
Take
take that
back
back.
to drinking
Give
game.
him another song and take that one back, Ray, and give him another song.
No, I got to run.
That was good.
You got to run. So what I was saying before you started that song, I was saying I found my accordion. So next time we see each other, we'll play live together.
Oh, yeah, throw it in the car, definitely.
No,
Yeah, we
it
have
was
to do
hidden
it,
behind two other
another
accordions,
vocal
literally.
deck to start off the show. That was fun because I like going down early. I'll come down at 6 o'clock and hang out with you, you know?
A deeply buried accordion.
It's true. No, I had two
No,
accordions.
no better
stacked up.
subterfuge if you want to hide an accordion than to hide it behind two other fucking accordions. Yeah.
I've got like
There you go.
15, 16 accordions or something now, and they're like a
Wanna hide a
wall of
dead-
accordions.
You want to hide a dead body? Put two dead bodies on top of the fucker.
Now you're
You'll
talking.
never find it.
If I
All
ever
right,
get
guys,
sick
I
of
got to
it,
run. Thank you. Have a good
Hey,
rest of the show.
Hey,
Ed.
good job, man. Good to see you, buddy.
See you, Ray.
if I ever get sick of my accordions, I'm just gonna like tile my bathroom with accordions, like just like the whole wall would just be accordions, you know.
Like you and I share something similar. Like the accordion, I don't know if you've ever heard this before, but people like to make fun of the bass. And
I've never heard that. You
I
mean
know,
the most? You mean the most important
I
instrument
know
in the band?
exactly. And then
Wait, wait.
more
Wait a minute.
more unbelievably, people like to make fun of bassists. I mean,
No, that's the thing. Yes, that's.
I
The thing.
like the accordion. I think the accordion is a very cool instrument. I really do. I mean, kidding aside, I really do. I think it's cool.
Holy shit! I was sitting with John Konya. John Konya passed away for, of course.
Yeah, sure, I know. Well, yeah.
And John and I said to John with a serious look on my face, we're having Mexican food in Norwalk at Taco Mexico, and I said, John, I've got this idea. He said, what? And I said, I'm going to start playing the accordion at the jams. And he's like, please don't do that. Please
Seriously?
do not embarrass yourself. And so listen to this.
And he was a keyboard player too.
It gets worse than that. Okay, so he's like, please don't play. I said, I'm going to make the accordion cool again. Like the millennials. I said, I heard the millennials are having accordions in their bands. They like accordion. And he's like, nobody likes the accordion. Do not play the accordion. Right? So then, I mean, then he passes away. And guess what he gives me? He had two accordions. He didn't tell me.
You're kidding.
He's an accordion player, and he had two accordions, and he gave me his accordion. I'm
I
like,
like with the cool accordion motif. Like, yeah,
Are those your
accordion? Thank you very much.
Are those your accordion glasses there?
Well, yes, they are my accordion glasses.
You look like the accordion
Ed, I just have to explain. There's a reason why you didn't know John played the accordion. Okay, it's a good reason. Don't bring those out of the house.
Does it have to do with women?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Anyway, I played accordion all my life. I played accordion.
Accordion. I'll get back to my wise ass mode. I've heard you're great on the fucking accordion. I think it sounds pretty good.
No, I play accordion with a band in New Jersey. Like I don't do it in Connecticut. I'm like Connecticut. They're like, you're an idiot. Like I go to New Jersey. I play with Dave Hirsch and Fatback and the Urban Plowboys, and they're like, Dave Hirsch said to me, he's a bass player, by the way, and he said to me, "Hey Ed, I know you brought that little Hammond organ, but could you not play that during the set? Like I really enjoy the sound of the accordion, right?" So I didn't even bring it to the next gig. Like I was like, and he's like, "Where's the organ?" I'm like, "You told me you hated the organ. You wanted me to play it." He's like, "I didn't say that. I didn't mean that."
I was high at the time.
Right. But I play it the whole show. I play accordion for crying out loud. And they pay me money for it. They pay me money.
I mean, in all seriousness, name an instrument that's truly bad. That like bagpipes, maybe a little. But
I like bagpipes.
I do too. But
bad instrument. That's interesting. Like you said, the zither. Like that's kind of cool.
No, but I'm serious. Is there truly an instrument that you're like, oh fuck?
Yeah.
That you can't. I don't know of one.
It's the accordion.
Yeah.
See, Dave, I should fucking listen to you.
All right.
We've squared the circle now.
I hate to say it, it's true. Like it probably is. Oh my God. So I'm riding my motorcycle in Texas, and I pull into Austin, Texas, and lo and behold, at the state capitol building or whatever it is, there is the Texas Accordion Championships going on, where they're playing Zydeco and like Mexican Tex-Mex style.
Those fuckers are killer.
Crazy good.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And I was like, I play accordion. They're like, yeah, with your Connecticut plates, get out of here.
Between the Mexican Tejano players and the Cajun players and the Zydeco, I bet those guys are like
phenomenal. Yeah. Phenomenal. So anyway, so tell us, Dave Lindsay, tell us what you are doing on Sunday. What's going
on? So this Sunday we're doing our 4th annual Rally for Pancreatic Cancer. My girlfriend's stepfather, Mark, has now been a survivor of pancreatic cancer for 6.5 years, which is unheard of. Now he does have like a rare form of pancreatic cancer, so it's not the normal one that kills you within 6 months. But he's been on a lot of experimental drugs, and his doctor is oncologist is out of Norwalk Hospital, and they kind of did what they thought would be the way to treat this. And after a few years, they were like, oh, well, his doctor was like, well, Mark, what do you think we should do? So it's a collaborative effort because they're in uncharted territory because nobody lives this long.
Yeah, right. Disease. Same with Wexler. Wexler was a
I was going to say, wasn't that what got Wex? Yeah.
Right.
But he had it for a fairly long time, too.
He did, yeah.
He did. 7 or 8 years,
And so did Trebek had it for a long time.
That's right.
Yeah. So anyway,
it's still. I mean, I'm not minimizing it, but it's not always that 3-month, thing that they say. So,
well, I think it depends.
How is he doing now, Dave? How is he doing now?
He's doing great.
Good.
Yeah, it's really something. But anyway, he started this event, so he's a big car enthusiast, and he has a Shelby Coupe, and it's a great car.
Nice.
You mean like one of those old ones?
Yeah,
with the stripes.
Yes.
Oh, wow. What color?
Yeah. It's blue.
I mean, You think I'm talking about a woman here, but still, that old one, with the blue one with the stripes. A buddy of mine had one. I got one ride in it one time, and
I'm surprised you could fit in that, Randy, because I sat in this car.
Getting in was fine. Getting
I thought
out
I was going to be stuck in there forever.
Yeah, getting out was the problem. They had to come around and help me. Get me fucking out of there. Yeah.
So he started this event. It's 5 years ago, although we didn't do it last year because of COVID. So this is the 4th annual. But it's a big car show. We get 4 bands. This year we've got the Kids from School of Rock, New Canaan. We've got DNR, which is a band made up of all physicians.
I know of them. Yeah.
Right. And actually, Mark's doctor, Dr. Frank, is in this band. He's a doctor. Right?
That's funny. Okay. That's in an odd way. That's funny.
It's a good place to be if you're.
Right. And I'm bringing my Tuesday night band, Smoking Charlie, and we've got Bobby T and the Name Droppers.
Who's Bobby T? Who's the? I know the Name Droppers, but who's Bobby T?
Bobby T has played with a bunch of people, Johnny Winter, and I forget what his other claims to fame are on his site.
Cool. That's a great band. The Name Droppers are, legendary.
And I think they all used to play with Charlie Carp. Right. So that's they're coming in, and we've got like a huge silent auction with hundreds of items, food, and the weather's going to be great on Sunday. So it's going to be.
Cool. Where is it?
It's at 148 East Avenue in Norwalk,
which is by St. Anne's Club, right?
I'm just helping you promote here. That's all.
Thank you, Randy. I appreciate that. Yeah,
by the St. Anne's Club, like in the same region.
They're next door, but you can't really get to one from the other by street anyway. So everybody's supposed to go in from 148 East Avenue. That's where all the parking will be. We're looking forward to it.
That's great. Yeah. So
for Dr. Frank.
While that is going on, for those watching, so you're going from like 11 in the morning, right? Like 11:30 or something like that.
Yeah, we start at 10. It goes 10 to 5. Music starts at 11 and goes till 5.
Right.
And
so
I know you guys are doing.
We're doing a tribute for Mikey Beans, and at the Norwalk Boat Club, which is literally up the river. If the tide's coming in, just fall in the water and you'll be there, and we're doing that from 3 to 6:30. So, or it's probably going to go to 8, my guess. But if you guys want to stop by after, if you're beat and you want to come and get cheap drinks, come to the boat club.
Come back. Yeah.
Well, you guys can come down to 148 East Ave first, and then we'll try to come down to that after.
That's great. And you guys can come down to 11 Wall Street, the Norwalk Boat Club.
We should figure out how to rent. We should rent a shuttle bus that just goes back.
Shuttle bus, exactly. If you want to drink, go up there. If you want, but very cool. So, I'll be there. I'll definitely be there. I'll come down and check you guys.
Good.
Out.
Yeah, it's busy weekend. I got a gig Saturday up in Litchfield too.
What's that?
That's Connecticut Grateful Dead All Stars. We're playing the Litchfield Community Center, and I had thought this was a town gig, but it turns out it's the community center is like a private entity, and it's sold out. Which I thought it was all free.
Hell yeah!
But apparently, no. You got to get tickets, and it's sold out. So that's great.
That's great. You thought it was free because they're only paying you $100 for the whole show, or you thought it was free? Now you found out they like 20 grand.
We'll give you free food and exposure. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, I don't know what the band is getting paid, but I'm more optimistic now that I know that they sell tickets.
Yeah, right. No, that's great. One time I was booking a Blues Patrol show, and it was like anything out of Fairfield County, and they go, we really don't have like Fairfield County money to pay, and they gave me the sob story. It was a birthday party for a guy, a 60th birthday or whatever, and he was in like Tolland, Connecticut, which is like, it's so far away, it's not even Connecticut. It's like the northern eastern corner, right? And so we booked the gig, right? And the wife is like, we just that rate seems expensive, and we're like, we got to come a long way, and we have to tow the Bluesmobile with like on a flatbed because it wasn't running, whatever.
Wow.
So we get up there, and the birthday boy arrives in his backyard in a like $10 million helicopter, and we're like, oh, I guess we shouldn't have played this on the cheap.
Yeah, there's some money here somewhere. We just got to know where to find it. Yeah.
Can we put out a tip jar?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Next to the
This jar is for bonds and securities, and this jar is for cash. Right.
He shows up in like a Sikorsky S-76 at his own party. I'm like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Your wife, and the wife is like,
yeah. Well, how do you think we could afford the helicopter? We cheaped out on the fucking band, right? Yeah.
Exactly. 1 minute of fuel was more than the entire band.
That's right.
Oh my God. So
typical, right?
Yeah, it is typical. So I'm going to play something real quick. Check this out. So this is all right. So look, just because it's at the Norwalk Boat Club on Sunday does not mean I have a lot to do with the music, because Winston, our good friend Winston, has there's something about Winston where he just like gets tons of people like interested, and like
absolutely
he ropes him. He puts the arm on you. He's like,
when Winston I've not known him long, but having been in a band now with Winston and seeing how he operates, he's like a flamethrower. And when you direct that flame to a specific task, Winston's all the fuck over it.
You got it. And so I said to Winston, I said, look, I'll help you get the venue. Like I help talk the boat club into doing it because they don't normally do this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I said, look, we'll do that, whatever. But you got to sort of rally everybody together. And he's sending out Excel spreadsheets.
Oh, yes, I got mine. Yeah.
And like I've got like 10 hours of homework for this thing, right?
Me too.
So exactly right. Oh my God! So it's gonna be really fun. It's gonna be good. Of
course it will be.
But it's gonna be like Eric Rabaska's there, and this guy's gonna be there playing bass, and then his band from the city, the old band, is gonna be there.
Cool.
And Ray, the keyboard player, is the keyboard player of Yankee Stadium. Like
no, Madison Square Garden.
And Yankee Stadium.
He plays both? I didn't know that. Is he really?
He plays the organ during the ball games and during the basketball games and the hockey games.
He only knows one song. He only knows. No, it's not true. He played. I was on one video with him, that Blue Sky video. The guy's fucking amazing.
He's amazing, right? Yeah. And so we're gonna all try to figure out how to get through that day. Holly will be there, singing and whatever.
We'll have a blast. We really will. I'm predicting this. I have a party the night before, like a regular social party, wine lovers party. I'm going to be so hungover. But
wait! I just figured it out. You come early, Randy. Come early, like really early, and you and I both will hop in your car and we'll drive down to Dave's thing.
There you go.
And if you can, we'll check that out.
You can do that shit,
and then we'll go back to the boat club and do that other stuff. So. But I'm going to play a little bit. This is from your last gig with Mikey Beans, right? At
what do you got?
At Joey C's.
Oh, Joey C's, cool.
Yeah, so I'm going to play that. Yeah, I got to tell you, and I'm being serious now, that it has not really hit me that Mike is not with us anymore.
I know.
Like, I'm expecting him to log on the screen. Like, I agree. I haven't seen him much over the last year and a half.
Some new great fucking video that he just crammed to put together for you. Yes.
Yep. Exactly. So check it out.
I think it's like with the virtual Zoom stuff, right? It's like people pop in and out, and some weeks you might see them, and some weeks you might not. And it's not the same as like something in person where you would expect to see somebody all the time.
That's what it is. Like I feel.
Right.
To be honest with you, not to get negative or anything, but like I feel this tremendous sense of loss. Like I used to be a guy who put on jams, and I would see hundreds of people, smile at people who I knew who would come through. Look, so-and-so's coming. And even if you're like, oh, it's that guy, he plays too loud, or he's gonna. There was something about the dynamics of like
so much fucking
seeing
fun.
Everybody all the time, and even if you were mad,
I agree. You couldn't leave in a bad mood.
And now it's gone, and I feel like
I
don't know. We do this because we don't. I don't know. And I am playing gigs. I got.
Your Cobb's Mill jams and your Bobby Coos jams. It was most like, all right, let me get ready. Buckle up. I don't know if he's going to bring me up or when he's going to bring me up, but when he brings me up, I better be fucking prepared for whatever they throw at me.
Oh my God.
You have no idea what the fuck they're going to throw at me, which was the joy of it,
it made us better. I mean, I'm telling you, I never played as well as I played when the jams were really going. Yep. And you're like, somebody, as long as one person in the group knew a song, you're like,
yes,
what the hell? We'll follow him.
We'll find it. Yep. Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, that's the beauty. That's the beauty of getting a bunch of people up on stage together that may or may not even know each other know what they're playing.
So how did your summer go? How did your summer go, Dave, down at the Fish Park?
It ended up being a really good summer. We had a lot of weather issues at the beginning of the year, but it's ended up being really solid. Everybody really had a good time. We even got Randy Stone down there.
I did. I came. The terrain isn't Randy friendly, but I hobbled down there with my own stool and stuff, and I had a blast. And I was really impressed with the level of play. Like the players that were there, the variety of shit they were playing, and the level of play was really impressive.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a good summer. We did because we always have to scramble around for funding for that. It's like, don't get me started. It's the worst thing about.
You mean a city bureaucracy is tough to navigate through?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, go figure.
Yeah.
But so anyway, we printed up these sheets that had the email addresses for our two big sponsors, right? And I said, please, email these sponsors, tell them how much you like what we're doing down here, because it helps us for next year get funded. And a lot of people wrote in, like a ton of people, and they all copied me on the emails, and it was just like really great comments. And the sponsors were really happy to hear it. So yeah, it was a successful summer. We had some great jams.
I wrote in. I was the guy that wrote in and said, "You need more bathrooms because I always pee into the Norwalk River there because there's no porta potties." Oh no, I didn't do that.
We don't allow accordion players at our jam. All right.
Yeah. and I got a $25 ticket that night.
You did?
Yeah.
I know, Bob.
Yeah, the
Norwalk Parking Authority. They are just.
Well, I got, as you can imagine, I got the physically closest spot I could get.
Right.
Me walking across 4 lanes of traffic, carrying my bass at night with some wine in me is not a pretty picture. Well, they didn't give a fuck about my wussy handicap pass.
Oh, no.
Here's your fucking ticket. All right.
Well, just
it
take
was worth the price of admission anyway.
Send it to me, and I'll put it into next year's budget. All right.
Okay, there you go.
Oh my God! All right, check this out. I'm going to play that thing. This is one of the last things that Mikey Beats did at Joey C's, and here it is.
We are the family, children must unite. Life is so much more than gold. Yeah, jamming. I wanna jam it with you. Jamming, and I hope you like jamming too. Holding on Zion, let's live in my trial. Rose of creation, jamming. I wanna jam it with you.
Look at him though. Look at him. If you could just see, you could just see how happy he was.
Absolutely.
He's fucking rock solid. He's throwing in great fills. The camera work is very good, by the way. That was cool.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, it was. And then just all of them, just Karen with Eric doing the fronting and Carl and Lee. It's a great band. It's all I can do to keep up with those guys.
Guys,
really
do you guys know that Karen got married?
I do know that. Yes.
Oh my God, Karen got married.
Yes.
Just like recently, right?
Like 5 minutes ago.
Yes, I think in mid-August or something. Yeah, yeah.
No, it was later than that. It was.
Yeah.
Was it? I don't know. I felt
I
like
think it was later than that.
I kind of know about it from rehearsal schedule. She was at one point. She was understandably just like, I've got too much going on. I've got a wedding and I've got to plan it. And I think she was like doing the whole thing. Like
I didn't hear about it until I saw wedding pictures. I've known
Karen
for a
long
long time.
I have to see those. And I met him. Her now husband Pierre.
I met him.
Yeah, cool dude. Very nice guy. She's just a delight. She really is on so many levels. I think it was Eric apparently couldn't believe it, but I host rehearsals at my house, and Dave, as you can imagine, a few bottles get opened up. Well, the next thing you know, Karen's right with me. I'm like, all right, because she seems very in control, and she is controlled and a little reserved. Girl likes to party.
She does. Yeah.
She does.
I can attest to that myself. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my God. All right, I'm going to play one more. Check it out.
I'm on the ride, then I check a stop. I had to run like a fugitive, save the life I live.
Thanks so much, everybody. We are Rocksteady Collective. We're going to take a short break. And then we'll be back for a lot more. We're going to be back for a lot more, I promise you.
That was great.
That is great. I have to give mad respect to Eric, because Eric, you could probably tell, musicians could tell, the audience couldn't tell. That was like arrangement 2.789. The band wasn't all together on that arrangement. We pulled it off. It was
I couldn't
fine.
tell.
But Eric, in addition to being a songwriter and a great soloist and a great singer, he's really a good band leader. He really steers the ship just with his vocal cues and all that. He makes sure that shit doesn't go off the rail. And both of you guys know how important that is, because both of you guys have been in bands like me where shit went off the rail because nobody fucking took a hold of the steering wheel. You know, and he's really great on that.
That's right. That's absolutely right. I remember that gig was terrific because there were 3 young girls.
Yeah.
I guess one of maybe their mom's birthday or somebody's birthday.
And they were from Jamaica. They were Jamaica.
Like somebody in the family was from Jamaica, and they were like 8 and 13 and 17 or something like that.
They were adorable. Yeah.
And they were adorable girls, and they were dancing to the music. They would come up and dance or whatever. It was really kind of a fun vibe on the deck.
Their family being from Jamaica, they knew every one of our songs. I knew everyone.
To show you how much I know the songs, I heard that song for the first time when I saw you guys do it, and I'm like, that must be an original because I've never heard that before. And it's pretty snappy, like really kind of snappy. They should stick with that. It's Bob Marley. So,
this obscure reggae artist named Mr. Marley. Yeah,
he's little known.
I know.
Not surprising you wouldn't have heard of him.
God damn. Yeah. I'm gonna miss that. I really am, with Mike there. Because I think in every gig I did with him, which was like 4 or 5.
Right.
Mike was always to my right. So I always just remember looking over, and I would look over first off if I started to drift, because he was solid as a rock, and I could just look over and, for that whole reggae thing, which is, and you and I've talked about, it's very different than what my instincts are. And he was not only solid as a rock, but usually I'd get this look of joy up from him, like he literally was having the time of his life.
Yeah, it's really true. Really true. Well, anyway, anybody watching want to come down to Norwalk Boat Club on Sunday,
please.
3 to 7. We're going to do some of that.
Tribute to Mikey. Yeah,
absolutely. All right, check this out. I'm going to play something for you guys. This is me playing the accordion.
All right.
Okay, we'll be back very shortly. We're back in the Urban Popeyes. Gary Olear, Ed Train, Dave Lift, Dean Goldman, Courtney Coletti, Artie Bressler, and I'm Dave Hirsch.
Shit, that's fucking great.
So
That's
you may have thought that all those lead lines that was the violin, but in fact, it was the violin.
I was going to say, what the fuck was that? I mean, from Foggy Mountain Bakedown to Baba O'Reilly, is that what that was?
Yeah.
The kid is so good. Oh
He
my
was fucking
god!
Yeah, that's
And
killer.
his attack at first, he sounded almost Indian or like fusion. I thought he was going to do a fusion thing. He had that kind of Jean
Yeah.
Leconte
Right.
fusion thing going. But fuck, that was real. You guys were good. That was a good band, man.
Oh my god, that's a fun band. Yeah,
Who are they?
That's Fatback in the Urban Plowboy. See, Dave Hirsch, you might have met at one of the jams. He's been coming ever since the Cobb's Mill Inn. He's been coming down.
Now, where was that?
That was in Passaic, New Jersey, at the band shell, like
Okay.
their Levitt Pavilion kind of thing.
Yeah.
And we do that. The band is big in Passaic, and like I did New Year's Eve a couple of years ago, and we played, and it was like 24 degrees out. And we did a 45-minute set in 24-degree weather, like dressed in parkas, and it was so crazy cold. But the band is greatly loved.
Yeah, they're great. They're fun.
Yeah.
In New Jersey. Yeah, so super fun. Yeah, Dave Hirsch, great guy, He kept speeding it up, like he can't really hold the tempo.
Who was he? Which guy was he?
He's the bass player.
Okay.
Up front in the
Bass
center.
player speeding it up. Can you imagine? David, that can't happen, right?
No,
I've never heard of such
It's a fucking drummer that speeds shit up. I mean,
that song is about a train, obviously, right?
Yeah.
It's a train song.
Foggy Mountain Breakdown, yeah.
Right, about a train that goes from Florida to New York, I guess, or to Pennsylvania or something like that. And that train, like what they would do, the different verses would speed up and slow down, like during the fast sections through Georgia or whatever, they would speed it up and slow it down, and
But very clever throwing in the violin shit from the Who.
Yeah, right. I mean, like, that guy is, and the weird thing is, he's not even the regular guy. He's a sub.
Wow.
The regular guy couldn't make it.
Wow.
So, yeah, pretty amazing. I'm going to play one more. Check it out. Hang on.
All right, cool.
By the rivers of Babylon, where we sat down, and there we lived, when we remember Zion. By the rivers of Babylon. meditations of our hearts be acceptable in thy sight, O Thank you.
Had those harmonies down. That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, they're great. Like, not a lot of people sing those harmonies. Hey, Gabriel Ryan, how you doing, man?
Hey, Gabe.
Oh, wow, I really liked that a lot.
That
Really
was
good,
cool.
right? You'd be a good addition to that group.
I can't remember who originally did that tune, though. I know it as a Sublime song, but I know someone did it before.
Oh, you're right. Sublime did that.
Funny. That's really funny you say that.
Someone did it before them, though. I can't
I
remember.
know,
been
but I
Jimmy
forgot that
It's
Sublime
old,
did cover it.
yeah.
You're right.
I want to say Jimmy Cliff, but I'm not sure if that's
It might have
true.
been Steel Pulse, but
Jimmy Cliff.
Yeah, that could be.
Okay.
I think so. I'm not positive, but
Yeah, or it's old, or it's like, rock steady
Right.
stuff from before
right.
reggae even,
Way back, yeah.
We'll look that
Hey,
up.
I gotta run, you guys.
Dave
Great to
Lindsay,
see you.
Hi,
great
Dave.
to see you. I'll see you on
See
Sunday.
you guys on Sunday, hopefully, one place or the other.
We got to do a drive-by. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
cool.
so Sunday for everybody watching, Dave Lindsay's doing the raising money for pancreatic cancer. He's doing it down in near the St. Anne's Club somewhere. Check it out on Dave's website. Is there a website for it?
There is. It's rallyforpancreaticcancer.org, and rally has an E at the end. So
So it's French, like râler. Right.
Yeah.
correct, right? Yeah,
All right,
but
Dave
it's
Lindsay.
all over Facebook. You can find it, and nothing personal, Gabe. Good to see you.
no, I know.
All right, take care, you guys.
.org.
So Gabriel Ryan, how you doing, man? What's latest?
Latest is I got the blues and I got them bad, man.
Oh, what happened?
Nah, just the boss keeps putting me down. I don't know if this new car is gonna work.
Oh my God. The
Thank
boss
God.
man? Like the boss man or the actual boss?
The actual boss man.
Oh.
My boss.
We've all been there. But
Yeah, and
what type of job is it? What do you do, if you don't mind saying?
I'm a behavior technician, meaning I'm a teacher's assistant, but I also need to help kids with immense behaviors.
Gotcha.
Try to redirect them away from my face.
Sounds like running a jam to me. I'm a behavior
Yeah.
technician now. I didn't even know I was that.
Well,
you
it's-
know.
The reason I ask is my oldest son used to work at a school for autistic adolescents.
That's essentially what I'm doing.
That was very hard to control, and he had a less than supportive boss,
Oh, that happens.
Yeah, it's a lot of this weird
and he
thing.
survived.
They're overcorrecting a lot of the stuff from the 90s and the 2000s, and God
Yeah.
bless them for it. But then it's holding us to ridiculous standards.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Ridiculous amount of the time. And I'm all sensitive and whatnot, so I take it personally. Then when I take it personally,
Yeah.
then I rub someone the wrong way. Then what?
It's a domino effect. Then
Right.
yeah.
And right when I'm about to get a raise, man, there's a phase thing you can go through for a raise, and someone reviews you.
Yeah.
Right before I'm about to get a raise, they write up a whole thing saying, we have our eyes on you and you can't get a raise now. I'm like, what? So I got
my not to belabor it, but my boy had an incident where one of these kids got really out of control, and he had to physically restrain the kid, and it wound up with both of them being on the floor.
Mhm.
My boy
Right.
gets a cracked rib. The parent brings stuff up to the state, and my boy gets investigated by the state.
Mhm.
Yeah, he was cleared. It was fine. But what, to your point, Gabe, what he went through for 4 months was a nightmare. He was like, if I didn't restrain this kid, he was going to go ape shit all over the whole classroom.
Mhm. Yeah, the restraints are Monday.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
So I'm in the high velocity building.
What's
so
that?
Basically meaning this is where the kids are the most aggressive. This is
Yeah.
the kids might spit on you, throw stuff at you. If they're verbal, they'll call you names. It's all kinds of crazy stuff. So, I have had to put kids into restraints before.
sure.
And it's not a fun time. It gives you the blues, man. It traumatizes you. It messes you up.
Just
I
know
can
that
imagine, yeah.
you're doing God's work. You're doing what needs to happen. You're helping the rest of the people around you. You're helping the other students. It doesn't feel good when you're getting written up and all that shit, but I admire you for doing what you're doing.
Me
Thank
too.
you. I'm actually looking for a job in
Yeah.
chemical dependency now, and I just got a rejection letter 2 minutes before I came on here. So.
Don't worry. Be persistent.
That's a
You'll get
numbers
whatever you
game.
want.
That's a numbers game, and you know it. You got to do 50 applications to get 10 rejection letters, to get 5 interesting things, to get 3 interviews and maybe 1 offer, and you'll do it. You'll do it. Just keep at it.
Thank you, Randy. I appreciate that.
Gray hair, man. It's not that I'm a genius. I've just been around and I learned it the hard way.
Right.
You gonna play harmonica for us?
Yes, my therapist recommended it.
Good.
I also recommend it.
Yeah, we highly recommend it. We like your playing.
Okay, I have a backing track here. I'm going to play that lightly because I don't have any amplification.
Awesome. Sounds good to me.
All right. Let's see what I can do. I've also got a guitar here in an open G tuning, so I don't know if anything's going to happen with that.
We're gonna find out.
But let's give it a shot.
All right. That was great.
I'm out of practice. So
that was played by a man who has the right to play the blues. That's where that comes from. That was fucking good.
Shit, I fucking got him. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Dude,
I didn't break out the guitar. I wasn't feeling it. I was really feeling that harp. So
no, you played the fuck out of that.
That was really great. Yeah, I miss playing with you, man.
Dude, I need to get you out. I'm writing an EP.
Okay, I'm coming.
I'll send you fucking lead sheets and I'll pay you. Legit.
I'll come out. Absolutely. Give me gas money. I'll come out.
Fuck the gas money, man. You'll make.
Where are you? You're not in. You're in Hitlerville, right? Which is Cincinnati, right?
Columbus, but I'm actually
Columbus.
doing it. I'm actually doing it with Dan Antonu, who's in Bowling Green right now. He's only a couple hours from me. So
cool.
yeah, legit. Get the whole band back together or some shit.
The Frogtown Road Band.
Frogtown Road. Jesus Christ.
Get Moses out there, right?
Yeah, why not? Fuck it. Let's get Moses out there.
No, we don't mean the biblical Moses. We mean there's a guy. What's his name? John Moses?
John Moses.
John Moses.
John Moses and Gabriel Ryan. We were just missing a Jesus.
Because see, Moses and Gabriel and shit.
And a plague of frogs, Frogtown Road.
Oh, look, Jeremiah just came through the door. Yeah.
Turns out Edie Brickell's also named her band Frogtown Road.
No way.
And I was just like, sue me. Please sue me. For the love of God, sue me.
Oh, yeah, I'll take that press. Why not?
Yeah, amen. Sue me, please. She never sued me, unfortunately.
You know who I used to see? Remember Don
She's got Paul Simon money, though, you know.
Yeah, I remember Don DeStefano, the only guy to smoke the shit out of me.
There you go.
Freaking
Unbelievable heart. Do you know Don, Randy?
I don't.
You better.
He's the harmonica player for the Bernadettes. And
wow! I know who he is.
You know who he is. And also for Creamery Station, right?
Okay.
So I was out in Colorado the other day, and guess who's on tour in Colorado? And I went to see them at the Breckenridge Brewery.
Oh shit!
At the Creamery Station. There's Don DeStefano, and he's like, "What the hell are you doing here?"
Wow.
And Jim Cater and his son, and they all just got in their vans and went on tour. Went to California, and they're in Virginia now. They're all over the place. So.
Yeah, I remember when I was there was like 75 to 100 people there. And they're all like, how long have you listened to Creamery? I'm like, Donna's a friend of a friend. How do you know Creamery? They're like, oh, man, like, they're just, like, really rad, man. I'm like, wait, so you don't, like, know this guy? You just became a fan outside of, like, knowing a guy? Wow. That's something.
Yeah, they're really phenomenal. They do kind of like jam band with some bluegrass and some reggae, and like it's all a mashup, and it really
What's wrong with that, man? What's wrong with that? That's something for everybody.
It really and Don, like Gabriel, to your credit, I mean, you're an amazing harp player.
No, Don's better than I am by a long shot.
But Don is like,
you can still be amazing. Somebody can be better, man. You can still be amazing.
There are harp players like me, right, who are like, right, and then there are harp players that can like hit every note on the scale on the harp when you can't hit every note on the scale on the harp. Like you can't do it, but they do it, somehow. And that's Gabe, and that's Don DeStefano. Very few people can pull that off.
Don can do all that throat vibrato stuff, though, and I actually asked my orthodontist if I could ever do that, and he legit told me, I'm not even kidding, he said, you have a tongue thrust disorder, so there's a good chance no. And I'm like, damn it, I'll never be as good as Don DeStefano.
What the hell is that?
I don't know. It's why I needed braces, man.
We're now raising funds for the tongue thrust disorder.
You can't say that on Jam TV. That's dirty.
No, we're not.
I've been looking for a girl with tongue thrust disorder. Right?
There goes our rating.
Yeah. Hey, you can count on me, pal.
Oh my God. All right. I'm going to play one more. You guys hang out. I'm going to play one more. If you've got another song to play, Gabriel, play it after this. I'm going to play
Get ready, Gabe.
One more from Fatback. Check this out.
That goes. Yo soy un hombre sincero, de donde crecen las palmas. Yo soy un hombre sincero, de donde crecen las palmas. Y antes de morir me quiero echar mis besos del alma. Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera, Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera. Mi verso es un dedicado y tu jardín encendido. Mi verso es un dedicado, el jardín encendido. Mi verso es el cielo herido que busca en el monte amparo. Guantanamera, Bajío Guantanamera, Guantanamera, Bajío Guantanamera. Con los propios de la tierra quiero yo mi suerte echar. Con los pobres de la tierra quiero yo mi suerte echar. El arroyo de la sierra me complace más que el mar. Guantanamera, everybody sing along. Guajiro Guantanamera, Guantanamera, Guajiro Guantanamera. One more time. Guantanamera, Guajiro Guantanamera. Guantanamera, Guajiro Guantanamera, Guantanamera. Thank you so much, Courtney Coletti.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a fun band.
No, that really is beautiful. That was great.
Yeah, they're a fun band, and that the crowd in Passaic, it's like a split, a city that has 2 or 3 things, and one of the major things, there's a big Latin community there, and it's Latin and Central American, South American, and that's like an anthem song for them. They love that song. You could hear the audience going, oh,
yeah,
they're like looking at us like they love us.
Well, they delivered it softly and smoothly, and again, Mr. Fiddle Player comes through amazingly, and
so good.
Their harmonies.
So Ed, you're telling me that song for that community is like "Come On Eileen" is for white people. That's
Yes, exactly.
Oh, Johnny Ray! Oh, boy, that was a hell of a song, wasn't it?
No, they did that. That group sounded fantastic. Like, I don't speak Spanish, so I don't know what they were talking about, but they definitely felt whatever they were saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a group that is I don't really know the history of it. I joined them a few years ago, and I do like 2 or 3 gigs a year with them. During COVID, nothing, but and they just love what they do, and each person plays with their own act or whatever. This is their group where they all get together. It's like the Girls a little bit, like the band The Girls, where everybody has their own thing that they do. On, but then it's like a hybrid super
I think
band,
that's why we're so good. It's nobody's main gig,
right?
And everybody has to crowbar it in their schedule. When we get together, the gigs are fun, and the rehearsal are even more fun.
Right, and it's all fresh because you don't do it that much, and
Yeah. So I got word that a friend of mine's watching, someone I met at the Black Duck Jam.
Who's that?
So a girl named Nicole let me know that she's watching this live stream. So hi, Nicole.
Hi, Nicole.
There we go. Come on, we have to praise our fans for logging into this thing.
Super fun,
Yeah.
Randy, you picked the wrong person. I'm awkward. All I know how to do is like, hi.
Believe me, we're awkward too. Don't.
Yeah. I am Rico Suave personified. Yes.
Well, Gabriel, good to see you.
Are you doing another one?
Do you want me to? I don't have to. Okay.
Yeah, I love it.
All right.
That's the host, but I say yes.
You know what I think is funny about Jazz Cats is that they talk about how complicated they are and about how talented they are and all this. And if you really boil it down, like a good portion of jazz classics is just 2, 5, and 1, and you just take that and you fuck with it. Pardon my French. I'm not sure if I can say that word here.
You
okay.
motherfucker, you.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know. So I just think. Wait, and often I've gotten like, well, if you want to play jazz, you have to have a chromatic harp. It's like, not if I'm just playing like Autumn Leaves or 2-5-1. So I'm just gonna play a 2-5-1 in C, and we're gonna see what happens.
All right.
Do not be shocked if you hear Autumn Leaves in my.
We're not shocked. No, we're hard to shock.
Yeah, we're hard to shock. Yeah.
I've seen some stuff, man. Don't say that.
Yeah.
Let's go for it. Nice. That was great.
I ran out of ideas. I just started stealing melodies and putting it on top of it.
That was really great.
Fantastic.
Really fun. Yeah.
Randy, when did you get sunglasses?
Let me guess. One of the girls left at his house. Oh wait, he's muted. Hold on. We gotta figure that out. One of the girls left out of your house, right?
No, these are actually mine.
You're a brave man.
I got these in Cape Cod years ago. They're really good sunglasses for Cape Cod.
That sounds like some shit they would sell at Cape Cod for like $15 that they bought
for one. Right?
Yeah.
I'm busting on you, but actually it does.
To say that they saw me coming would be an understatement. Yes.
Good stuff, Gabriel. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I felt like I was in like a French cafe.
That was cool. I love that.
Thank you.
You can pull off shit. Yeah, man.
I ran out of ideas, and I took an Olivia Rodrigo song, and then I took "Fly Me to the Moon" at the end. And
you're not supposed to tell us that because we wouldn't fucking know.
I tell you that because that's how people improvise. Everything comes from somewhere.
You stitch together parts of other shit, of course.
And the other reason is I could just play it off if I wanted to, but I'm cool with y'all. But I could play it off because I don't really know how to play those melodies. So I could just. So plenty of those notes were wrong, but it just
you just improvise. Then it's jazz. If it's wrong, it's jazz.
That's how I roll. Yeah.
Oh my God!
No,
all right.
A wrong note. It's a flat 9. I promise.
All right. So did we cure your blues for the night?
You did. I actually have to let you go because I have to be up at 6 a.m. Thank you so much.
You did great, man.
Phenomenal. Good. So we're gonna end the show tonight anyway. It's show number 77. Next week's show number 88. I don't know. I can't even count anyway. Show number 78 next week. Great to see you guys.
God, I hope you're recording these for like the times past about like what people did during COVID.
Oh my God! Like what I'm hoping is that like some network, PBS will contact me in in like 30 years and be like, oh, we need to buy the old GMTV
on this. Yes. What were you thinking? Yeah.
I'll see you guys soon, and I'll definitely see you on Sunday, Randy.
I'll see you Sunday. Yeah. Thanks.
Gabriel, good to see you. It sounded great as always.
Thank you.
Bye.
on the field.